and welcome to the Tottenham America channel, where we will be rating every player's performance from Tottenham Hotspur's 2-0 win over West Bromwich Albion in the Premier League to send us back up to 7th in the Premier League table. So first off, we are going to start with goalkeeper and captain Hugo Lloris.
I'm going to give Hugo Lloris a 7. I think he did very well. In the first half, he had something to do. He had a good save from a header.
Yes, that was an incredible save.
Yes.
Right
definitely.
on the line. That was much better than what it seemed to be. Because when you took a closer look at it, the ball was on the line.
Yes, it was a very good save.
That was a top save. So I'm going to give him a 7 as well. And he didn't have much to do in the second half. Because our defenders defended well. And when we did concede the goals that were offside, Lloris could do nothing about it.
Yeah, it was a clear offside.
Yeah, it was a clear offside. He was what was it, Diagne?
Yeah, Diagne.
He was far ahead of the defenders. Next up, we're going to go to right back Serge Aurier.
I'm going to give Serge Aurier a 7. He did very well. I was going to say this evening, but it's this morning. But he did get a small injury. We don't know what it is about
hopefully it's not too bad. It looked like just a muscular.
Yes, but I'm going to give him
injury.
a 7 because he was doing quite well in the first half. In the second half, he played well too.
Yeah.
He put in some good crosses too.
Yeah, he did. I'm going to give him a 7.5. He had excellent link-up play with Eric Lamela, especially in the first half. They were the best part of our first half. They were linking up beautifully and creating all our chances. We'll get on to Eric Lamela later. But we're going to move on to Davinson Sanchez, who came into the side for Eric Dyer.
Yeah, I think he did very well today, so I'm going to give him a 7.5. I think he did very well.
As well.
In the first half and his second half, he was consistent, defending very nicely. And I see that he's starting to look more comfortable on the ball.
Yes, definitely. And I think Jose is really helping him with that. He also did extremely well for the goals, the offside goals. Those were clear chances, but he held the line beautifully. He made sure to stay forward so that the goal would be offside, and that was just a really good move from him.
Yeah.
All right, next up, center back partner Toby Alderweireld.
For me, he's going to be an 8. He was absolutely superb today. Okay. He's getting older. He's losing his pace, but I think he still has maybe another season or maybe 2 seasons.
His long passes were beautiful
today, yes.
I'm going to give him a 7.5.
7.5?
He was good. He was very good today.
He was very good. Defending solid. Solid. Yeah.
Next up, Ben Davies.
7. 7. Yeah, 7.
He did well.
He did well. He didn't make any mistakes. He was solid the whole game.
Yep.
Didn't do much. He wasn't involved that much.
He was on the end of a rough tackle from Robert Snodgrass. Should have been a red because that was almost. It was worse than Son's against Chelsea when he kicked out.
Yeah. So you saw. I think it was Pereira did it against Van Aanholt and got a red for it.
Yeah. Maguire did it to Batshuayi. He didn't get a red.
I think he got a yellow.
He got a yellow. Snodgrass got a yellow here as well, but I think it should have been a straight red. It was rough. Next up, central defensive midfielder and the absolute general of the team, Pierre-Emile Hojbjerg.
8.5. He was absolutely brilliant today.
Yes, he was incredible.
Incredible.
He commanded the midfield beautifully. He was so composed. And when he did give away the ball once or twice, but when he did, he sped back. He suddenly had the pace of like Lionel Messi and Lucas Moura combined, and he sped back and he made sure that those defensive mistakes didn't turn into goals. And they didn't, which was very good work from him. And it's just another class performance from him.
Midfield maestro.
He also got the incredible assist for Harry Kane's goal. It was a beautiful through pass.
Yes. Very
similar to the one against Man United for Serge Aurier's goal, the 5th goal.
Yes.
Okay, we'll move on to Tanguy and Ndombele.
I'm going to give him a 7. He was very good in the first half.
Yes. Faded a bit in the second half.
Yeah, he didn't have much to do in the
But
second
I think today he was working on his defensive capability.
Yes.
And he looked very good defensively.
He held it. He looked solid defensively, and when he had in the first half he had a lot of good runs.
Yes, definitely.
But in the second half he got a little bit of a knock. I don't think it was that much. I don't think it's that serious. But
yeah,
yeah, it was a good performance.
Yeah, it was a good performance. Yeah, and he was actually trying out a new position today.
Yeah.
He moved back into the central midfield, like pivot,
number 8 position.
And instead of playing at the 10 position. So Lucas Moura actually took a spot at the 10 position, who we're going to move on to next. So Lucas Moura.
I'm going to give him a 7. He had a good run for the goal. I think he was a little in some other spots. I think he could have used his pace more.
Yes.
But otherwise, I think like we've seen in other games, he doesn't use his pace enough. This game, I think he used it better. But there were some. He didn't do everything right. He lost the ball a couple times.
Yeah. I see him starting Everton. Maybe not Man City, but Everton.
Yeah, maybe not Man City. I think
one person who's definitely going to start either Man City or Everton, definitely, is Eric Lamela. He was incredible today. I'm going to give him an 8.5.
8.5. Wow.
Yes.
I'm going to give him an 8. I think he did very well.
He turned into Messi today.
Yeah. He faded a little bit in the second half, but then he got subbed off. So
yeah, and he was on a yellow. So
he was on a yellow.
No risks taken.
Yeah. He was superb in the first half.
Very good.
He had lots of good runs. He did some of his popular ball rolls.
Yes, of course. Love the ball rolls. You can't forget the ball rolls.
Yeah, he earned a couple fouls for us too.
Yeah, he did.
He did well.
He earned a couple fouls, and he also moved the ball around beautifully.
Yes.
His link up with Aurier was insane today.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely beautiful. All right, next up, we're going to move on to goal scorer Heung-min Son. I'm going to give him an 8.
Yeah, I agree. An 8. He was
a bit quiet in the first half.
He was a bit quiet in the first half.
Yes.
He had some good runs. Of course, he scored the goal.
Yes. Second half, he improved massively.
Yes. And then he got subbed off in the 89th minute for Dane Scarlett. 94th, whatever.
For Dane Scarlett, making his Premier League debut at 16 years of age, which is kind of incredible.
But yeah, I think it was a good performance from Son. Mm-hmm. 13 goals now in the Premier League this season.
Yep.
I think that's about how many he had last season in total in the Premier League. Or maybe in total.
Yeah, I think he had like 12 or 13 he did.
Yeah.
Kane had somewhere around there as well.
Yeah.
So, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with this season. The other side of that partnership is, of course, striker Harry Kane, who was an injury doubt for today's match. He was actually supposed to come back by Man City next weekend, and then Jose said Everton, and then he said, "Oh yeah, he might come back for West Brom." Starts here, and he played 90 minutes, got a goal. He did look a bit rusty in the first half. He made really good runs.
Yeah,
dropped back
he missed
brilliantly.
a couple passes, but I think he created those chances himself, and
he moved back brilliantly. He had some really good long passes,
and of course the goal was really good.
Goals. But he had like 3 chances that I think he should have taken at least one of them in the first half.
Yes, definitely. But I'm gonna give him an 8.5. He was really good.
Yes.
On his return from injury.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It was very good. All right, we're going to move on to the substitutes. We made 3 of them. We're not going to be rating Dane Scarlett because he came on in the 94th minute and played like 30 seconds and got.
I don't think we're gonna rate Steven Bergwijn. He didn't touch the ball much.
Steven Bergwijn, yeah. He didn't really do much today either. So the only one we'll rate is Matt Doherty. He didn't even touch the ball much. You could just say 6.5 because
I don't.
At the end of the game,
I'm not gonna rate him. I'm just gonna say stuff about him. But I think he held his.
He had good passes.
Yeah, he had good.
Didn't need to attack that much because West Brom were defensively solid at that time.
Yes.
And at the end, he delayed well with the throw-ins. But
yeah, he had it in the corner once, and then he ran into the corner, and then he kept taking. And then he took the throw-in, and he hit it against one of the West Ham players. Yeah. He deflected it, and it went out for a throw-in, caught like 3 times over and over again.
Yeah, that was good, but he didn't really do much today.
Yes.
We didn't really use that right side as much. We more just went through the center.
Yeah.
But that is going to be the end of our player ratings video. Let us know how you would rate the players. Who would be your man of the match? What would you rate the players? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. We're 1 away from 80 and 21 away from 100. So let's get us to 100 soon.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like the video, and we'll see you next time.
Come on, New Spurs!